Global markets are recalibrating as new trade blocs form and old alliances face friction. From tariff tensions between major economies to bold new partnerships in Africa and the Caribbean, economic power is being renegotiated in real time. My name is Eniola Lunge, and here's your zoom out for July 28, where I help you see the bigger picture. The US and EU reached a major trade agreement that imposes a 15% tariff on most EU goods entering the US. The move, celebrated by President Trump, was slammed by France as a sign of European weakness. European automaker stocks dropped sharply on the news, and while the deal avoids even steeper tariffs that were previously threatened, American consumers may face higher prices, and European exporters are bracing for profit squeezes. Shares of both Volkswagen and Stellantis fell 3 to 4% following the announcement. Talks with China have also quietly restarted, signaling a possible broader reset of US tariff policy ahead of the G20. So what's your zoom out takeaway? Geopolitical trade alignments are shifting again, and when superpowers negotiate tariffs, the ripple effects go beyond diplomacy. Expect market uncertainty, consumer cost hikes, and growing pressure on exporters across Europe. Tesla has signed a massive contract with Samsung Electronics to manufacture chips powering its AI data centers, self-driving tech, and robotics programs. The deal is one of the largest in Samsung's US contract manufacturing history and signals Tesla's aggressive expansion into AI infrastructure. Samsung shares jumped 2.7% in Seoul, while Tesla stock remained flat amid broader market volatility. So what's your zoom out takeaway? This deal isn't just about chips, it's about control. Tesla is securing the tech backbone for its AI-driven future, now while Samsung deepened its stake in the US market. Global chip-making power is getting even more concentrated. Houthi rebels have vowed to target any merchant vessel affiliated with businesses operating in Israeli ports, regardless of nationality. This broadens their threat scope dramatically, complicating risk assessments for global shipping firms operating near the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden. Insurance premiums for Red Sea routes spiked. Freight costs from Asia to Europe are already inching up, with container reroutes expected. So what's your zoom out takeaway? It's not just warships anymore. Commercial trade is now fair game in conflict zones, forcing companies to navigate rising insurance, slower deliveries, and growing geopolitical risk in maritime trade. Ghana has scrapped a major bauxite lease with Rockshore International, citing performance issues. It now seeks to partner with foreign majors like Emirates Global Aluminium and or a Chinese state firm to develop its price reserves. The shift reflects Ghana's desire for more capital, expertise, and infrastructure investment as it positions itself as a refining hub. There was no immediate commodity shock, but investors are watching whether or not the new deal structure will lead to stronger returns for Ghana and better transparency. So what's your zoom out takeaway? Natural resource diplomacy is Africa's power play. Ghana's move shows how resource-rich nations are reasserting control to maximize long-term value, not just short-term extraction. While global health tech funding just hit a 5-year low, with deal volumes down 21%, Africa is bucking the trend. In Q2 2025, African health tech startups raised $11 million, a stunning 5,400% increase from just $200,000 last year. Now, this is followed by the continent's urgent healthcare needs and the innovative ways that startups are addressing them. AI diagnostics are gaining traction. Elara Health raised $4.2 million to deploy portable ultrasound tools and AI-powered malaria testing across clinics. Zipline, now a household name in Rwanda, continues to scale its drone delivery of vaccines and blood. In Nigeria, Tespire secured funding for Asibiti, a device that brings internet connectivity and digital tools directly into hospitals. Meanwhile, startups like Remedial Health and Field Intelligence are modernizing medical supply chains. While Africa's total investment volume is still small compared to its global peers, the region stands out for growth potential and social return on capital. So what's your zoom out takeaway? When the world pulls back, Africa builds forward. Investors are realizing that innovation in Africa isn't about flashy tech. It's about solving real problems. And that's what makes this sector resilient, scalable, and worth watching. Facing unpredictability from traditional partners like the US and Canada, Caribbean nations are exploring stronger trade ties with Africa. Leaders say the goal is to create more balanced, diversified partnerships, particularly in energy, agriculture, and manufacturing. In the long term, this could create new shipping lanes, investment corridors, and supply chain nodes between the two regions. So what's your zoom out takeaway from this story? This is what realignment looks like. Small economies are no longer waiting on the West. They are forging relationships that could reshape global trade routes over the next decade. So the bottom line is this: trade is no longer just about economics. It's about power, partners, and positioning for the next global era. From tariffs to African minerals and Caribbean pivots, the global chessboard is moving fast. Don't just watch the headlines, watch where the money and the alliances are flowing. When the world zooms in on the noise, I zoom out so you can see the bigger picture. Which of today's stories have you been following? Drop your take in the comments and please subscribe if you already haven't. Thank you.